श्रीराघवं दशरथात्मजम् अप्रमेयम् सीतापतिं रघुकुलान्वयरत्नदीपम् आजानुबाहुम् अरविन्ददलायताक्षं रामं निशाचर विनाशकरं नमामि. We are doing Yuddha Kanda today. Yuddha Kanda has 128 chapters. Valmiki's stuti is as below. Kujantam Rama Rameti Madaram Madaraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakam Vande Valmiki Kopya. Valmiki Munisimhasya Kavita Manitarinaka Shunvan Rama Katanadam Koniyati Parangatam. Here Pipan Satatam Rama Charitamrata Zagaram Utruptastam Munim Vande Prachetas Makal Masham. वैदेही सहितं सुरद्रुमतले हैमे महामण्डपे मध्ये पुष्पकमासने मणिमये वीरासने सुस्थितम् अग्रे वाचयति प्रभञ्जनसुते तत्त्वं मुनिप्रियपरं व्याख्यान्तं भरतादिभिः परिवृतं रामं भजे श्यामलम्. We should have immense gratitude for the opportunities to listen and the opportunities to recite Valmiki Ramayana. So we have already gone through the various topics and we are still on topic number 1. And we have seen that Lord Rama gives his hug to Hanuman, and that is the gift. But as you can see, this particular chapter, just for around 14 verses or so, is 14 to 15 verses. We get to see the Sri Rama Alinganam. And then after that, we are going to go into the next stage. So technically, Yuddha Kanda, it's starting from right now. The Alinganam was the aftermath of the Sundar Kanda. So now, so basically, till Hanuman came through for Lord Rama, the basic question was, where is SitaMa? Where is she? And how do we get her back? So what is the location that we've got to go to get SitaMa back? So this was the main question. And Hanuman very smoothly made things okay. So he answered this question. So now that we know that SitaMa is located in Lanka and the objective is to go over there, now Rama is wondering how difficult it will be to take the entire Vanara army and cross 100 yojanas, because 100 yojanas is not a very small feat. How is it possible to do that? So Sugriva is not able to see Rama's despondency, and so he says, Rama, your sorrow and my sorrow, they are the same, because this was the promise that Sugriva made in front of Agni in Kishkinda Kand. Our sorrows are the same and our happinesses are also equivalent. If you're happy, I'm happy. If you're sad, I'm sad. And Sugriva, he cheers him up. He says, let's take a look at things objectively. So far, we did not have the news of Mother Sita, but Hanuman has very fortunately solved that particular piece of the puzzle. And Rama, you are very opulent. You have multiple excellences. So just remembering your excellences is enough a reason for us to stop grieving. You will certainly cross the ocean. You will definitely enter Lanka. And every single Vanara over here is eager to do what you want them to do. They're valorous, excellent in battle, as well as there are so many wonderful omens that are indicating our victory. It's great. Then Rama is very happy to hear his friend's words. So it shows once again that a friend of the Lord or a bhakta of a Lord, but of course Sugriva is in the Sakya Rasa, but a bhakta of the Lord seeks to comfort him rather than derive comfort from him. So we need to remember that for a long time, Sugriva was not under the best of circumstances. He was running around in Rishimukha mountain with just four companions. And then suddenly he got all the wealth that he could ever imagine. And within 4.5 months, he left everything once again to just go wherever Rama wants him to go. He's doing that. And he has left his wives, he has left his kingdom, he has left everything. So the kingdom is not unprotected. There are elderly, very old Vanaras that's still taking care of the very little Vanaras in the kingdom. So everybody has left everything just so that Rama's mission can be fulfilled. And this is very beautiful. It's very beautiful. And now Sugriva is still concerned about Lord Rama's well-being. What does Rama have to say? Is Rama okay? So once again, Valmiki is giving us benchmarks. How do we behave in certain situations? How do we behave? We shouldn't be pious. We should be bhaktas. This is the difference. Now we need to ask the Lord, Lord, are you comfortable? Are you feeling okay? Did you like the food I prepared for you today? Are you comfortable? This is the concern. And now Sugriva saw that Rama is feeling a little sad, and he immediately goes ahead and reassures him. But can Rama actually feel sad? No, he's Atma Rama. He's a reservoir of happiness. So how can he be sad? No, but he is exhibiting this particular quality just so that his bhakta gets the opportunity to console him. The bhakta gets the opportunity to talk to him in such soothing ways. And this is something that we should remember, you know. So now this is the third chapter of Lanka Yuddha Kanda, which is also known as Lanka Kanda, by the way. In Yuddha Kanda, so right now, okay, we have found out Sita, we have received the message about Mother Sita. Now let's go ahead and think about the battle plan. Let's go into that. So Hanuman has already done the reconnaissance. He already knows what the layout of Lanka is. So go ahead, Hanuman, please describe the fortifications and defenses of Lanka. Then Maruti, once again, Hanuman is known as Vakya Kovida. He's a very skillful speaker. He says that there are 4 gates, east, west, north, and south. And then they have huge machines that can it's almost like catapults. They are always discharging rocks and arrows. Then very fierce Rakshasas are guarding the gates. The walls are very tall, the moats are very deep, and there are drawbridges, and only with a drawbridge can we enter the fortress. The northern gate is the strongest. So just remember this one. The northern gate is the strongest because Ravana himself is taking care of that. And later on, we will see the battle arrangements, not today, but tomorrow perhaps we'll see the battle arrangements, and we'll see that Ravana is dealing with the northern gate, and therefore Lord Rama and Lakshmana are also on the northern gate. So we will see that. But over here itself, Hanuman has given the clue that Northern Gate is the strongest, and it's on Trikuta. It's and it's and it's completely isolated from the rest of the world. It's in an island, inaccessible island, so it's cut off from the rest of the world. And then Hanuman says, "But my dear Lord, with your infinite mercy, I was able to smash the drawbridges. I filled up the moats. I burnt the walls and defenses, and I reduced the strength of the troops by a sizable amount." My book says that it is by 1/4. So the acharyas have specified that it was by 1/4, that 1/4 of Ravana's army was completely annihilated during the Lanka Dahan time. Even though the original version of or the original Valmiki Ramayana doesn't specify the 1/4, so it is the acharyas have specified that it is the 1/4. So I just put in sizable amount in here because that's what the original has said, but I'm just telling you it was almost 1/4. So Hanuman single-handedly reduced a huge portion of Ravana's defenses, and he says, "Don't worry, my dear Lord, we will certainly fight a major fight with the demons, and we will get SitaMa next year." And he says that we should start in an auspicious hour. So whenever we are doing something good, we have got to think about the auspicious hour and all that. But of course, when we have Rama in our minds, even Yamaganta will also become as auspicious as Abhijit Muhurta. This is the potency of the Lord. But at least from with respect to what Valmiki has said, Hanuman has said, let's start at an auspicious hour. Then Rama says, "I promise that my arrows will decimate the city." And then he says, during Abhijit Lagna and during Uttara Falguni Nakshatra, and when the next nakshatra is Hasta Nakshatra, it's good to start today. Another major pastime of the Lord takes place on Uttara Falguni Nakshatra. Does anyone remember what?
Is it his wedding?
That is correct, Mataji. Absolutely correct. His wedding, not just Rama's, but also his brothers and SitaMa sisters. All 4 couples are married on Uttara Falguni Nakshatra on Chaitra Masa, which is exactly 5 days after Sri Ramanavami. And on Uttara Falguni Nakshatra is when they start walking towards the Indian Ocean, towards the southern part of the Indian Ocean. So Uttara Falguni hi adyashvastu hastena yokshate abhi prayama sugriva sarva anika samavratah. Anika means it's part of a count of the number of army members. It's one of the counts. So he says that I'm able to experience some very auspicious omens. So the right eye is throbbing. So for a man, when right side throbs, it's very auspicious. And we saw already that when Hanuman was about to speak to SitaMa, her left side throbbed, which she knew was very auspicious. And over here, he says, Neela, who is very fast, he should go ahead to make sure that the Rakshasas have not poisoned the fruits and water and all that. Gaj, Gavaksh, Gavai, and others should also join him. Neela should not be unsupported, So Rishabha should guard the right, Gandhamadhana should guard the left. In the center, Rama will ride on Hanuman's shoulders, like Indra on Airavata. Lakshmana shall ride Angada's shoulders, like Kubera on Sarvabhauma. Airavata and Sarvabhauma are Indra and Kubera's respective elephants. And Sugriva will join them on his palanquin. Jambavan, Riksha, Rajas, Sushena, Vegadarshi, and others are at the rear. So Rama is making sure that the army is protected from the front, left, side, middle, and back. And that's pretty much how, that's pretty much every single corner, right? Now, innumerable monkeys follow Sugriva with great joy. The march commences. Rishabha, Neela, Kumuda march ahead. Sugriva, Rama, and Lakshmana at the center. Shatabali, with 10 crores of monkeys, keep general vigilance. So they are just roaming around. Panasa, Gaja, Arka, and others guard the left. Sushena, Jambava, and others are in the rear. Vali, Mukha, Prajanga, Jamba, Rabasa, and others are, pushing everyone through. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And they are, they're motivating the whole troop to let's go, let's go, let's go. And so they come in front of Rama, and of course they are just mesmerized by his beauty. Mesmerized. So they are all pumped up. Yes, we are going to go into battle. We're going to get our objective and all that. And still, Rama's beauty is so great that it's almost as if their heart just stops beating when they look at it. It just skips a beat. It's so beautiful. Now, Lakshmana is adept at the signs of omens. We know that Lord Rama is, of course, obviously, because he's not bad at anything. Lakshmana is adept at the signs of omens, and he said, Rama, the omens are indicating your wonderful victory. The wind is soft and pleasant. Birds are making sweet noises. Every place is bright and clear. Sun is shining brightly. Venus is not touched by malevolent planets. Sapta Rishis are passed south. Trishanku, who is the ancestor of Lord Rama, is shining bright in the south. Vishaka Nakshatra, which is very auspicious for the Ikshvakus, is also high. Now the Moola Nakshatra is basically for Rakshasas, and that is on fire. So all of this means that the Rakshasas are going to be defeated, and we are going to be okay. The army is enthusiastic. There's plenty of water, there's plenty of fruits, and they're crashing and roaring, and they're eager to deliver SitaMa, And then finally, Rama reaches Mount Mahendra. Exactly, he passes through Vela forest. This is and the third forest that we went through. The first one was Dandakaranya, next one was Krauncharanya, and next this is the Velaranya. And then finally we reached the shores of the Indian Ocean. And now they are setting up camp over there. And Rama is telling Sugriva, Sugriva, we need to figure out how we are going to take this vast army across the ocean. How are we? And even the Vanaras are also wondering, how are we going to cross this ocean? But they have that faith in Rama. They have that faith that as long as we follow Rama, it's fine. We So they didn't wonder, oh, what are we going to do? It's nothing like they had the complete faith that Rama will do something or the other to ensure that we cross the ocean. Then everyone is on proper precautions. They're making sure that there are watch guards everywhere, and then Minda and Dvivida are always on the alert. By the way, what happens to Dvivida? Does anyone remember?
Is he the bear who is killed by Balrama?
Yep. He's not the bear, he is a gorilla.
Gorilla, okay, sorry.
He's not the Jambavan was the Riksh, he was the bear, but
Okay.
yeah, Dvivida was a gorilla.
Okay.
He was a Vanara, actually. So right now, even in Sundarakand also, Hanuman said that Mainda and Dvivida are capable of destroying Lanka. So we see that Dvivida was actually a very good Vanara, but he gets into some very bad association with Narakasura. And so right now he's serving the Lord, he has close association with the Lord and everything. But once he has bad association, he goes against Rama, in the form of Lord Krishna. He goes against Lord Krishna. So you see, it's not just sufficient to have Bhaktas association for a very short time. We should have Bhaktas association throughout. Because if we associate with Bhaktas at one go and then associate with Rakshasas at another, is not as if we will remember we will remember our lives with the Bhaktas. Our association is very important. So we should always associate with Bhaktas and not go through the Rakshasa Sangha. Anyway, we will talk more about Dvivida in the final chapters of Uttarakhand. So now Rama is distressed. How is he going to think about? How is he going to think about Mother Sita? How is his beloved Sita sleeping with the Rakshasis? And then and then he thinks, when is he going to see Mother Sita? Kadatu khalul sushonim shatapatra ayata ikshinam vijitya shatrun drakshyami sita svitam ivashriyam. When will she, pure and devoted, clasp his neck and weep tears of joy? When will he shed this terrible grief of separation from her? Lakshmana is there to console him, and they offer evening prayers. So throughout the last year of Vanavas, Lakshmana is there to offer emotional support to the Lord. And in the last month, of course, he helps Rama by fighting a major war as well. So services can change. It's not that just because we had one service at one go, we will continue to have the same service throughout eternity. It's never like that. Services can change. We should be dynamic. Can you hold on for 1 second? And so services can change, and we should be dynamic as well. If it's always what the Lord wants, so just because I'm comfortable doing something right now doesn't mean that I should always stick to that one thing throughout my life. So we get the idea. And they offer the evening prayers. And now we're going to go to the second topic, good advice and bad advice. This is actually the precursor to Vibhishana Sharanagati. But we've got to understand, I put this as a separate topic, because we've got to understand the association of Ravana. Who are the associates of Ravana? So now Ravana. So now we didn't see Ravana after Hanuman burnt the entire Lanka and all that, right? So he sees the vestiges of Hanuman's destruction, and then he says, "Okay, fine. Let's call an emergency meeting or an ad hoc meeting or whatever." And he says, "Now the city that was inaccessible has now is no longer inaccessible. A monkey has reached it. The city that was very well protected is no longer well protected because this puny little monkey has devastated the entire city. So now, what measures should we take against Rama? But let's not forget, I'm very powerful, huh? I'm very powerful. I'm very strong. But still, we should do whatever it takes to protect ourselves against the Vanara army. And Rama can come in here. Rama might even be able to dry up the entire ocean. So uh, if uh, if the army comes to Lanka, we have got to be prepared. Okay, so this is Ravana's premise that we should be prepared. Rama can come to Lanka. Rama is very powerful. This is coming from Ravana. But all the ministers, barring Vibhishan, every single person who is there to advise there to advise Ravana is a sycophant. This is just, just being very obsequious and just trying to butter Ravana up so that they can continue to reign in his favor and get a lot of nice gifts and things like that. So the Rakshasa ministers are saying, "Hey, Ravana, don't you know that we have amazing weapons? You defeated all the Nagas in Bhogavati. You defeated Kubera, who is just the best friend of Lord Shiva himself. The Danava king, Maya, was so terrified of you that he gave his beloved daughter as well as the spear. By the way, the spear that Maya gave Ravana was the same spear with which he hurt Lakshmana at I think around chapter 100-ish or so. So just remember that. Then you defeated all the great serpents, Vasuki, Takshaka, Shanka, Jati, you defeated all of them. Even the Kalakeyas could not do anything against you. What about Varuna, Yama, the Dikpalas, all of them were defeated by you. No Kshatriya king was capable of standing against you. Nobody could do that. What about Indra? Indra was also frightened of you. That's why, Indra, Meghnath's name became Indrajit. Then this Rama is none other than the descendant of the king Anaranya, who was killed by you in the battlefield. So why are you so scared? By the way, all of these stories are going to be elaborated in Uttarakhand. So I'm not going to take them right now. When we go to Uttarakhand, when Rama listens to these stories, we will listen to them at that time too. So what is this Rama? He's so tiny. He's just a mere mortal. Who is he against you? Forget about you. This Indrajit can go ahead and destroy everyone. Isn't his name Meghanath? And he became Indrajit because he captured Indra, and Brahma himself had to come to Lanka and beg Meghanath to release Indra. So it's just a monkey army. You're worried about that? Then Prahasta, he lost his 7 sons to this puny little monkey, and now he's the puny monkey is Hanuman, by the way. So he lost his sons, and now he's telling Ravana, Devas, Nagas, Gandharvas, Patagas, serpents, nobody is capable of conquering Ravana. Human beings, nobody can do anything. It's See, we were very negligent. That's the reason why Hanuman came in here. It's not because Hanuman is very powerful or anything. So Ravana, you should have no qualms that you abducted Sita. I myself will do the entire task. Then Durmaka says, Prahasta, you don't have to do it. I myself can do it. I need to take revenge revenge against the entire Vanara army because one monkey destroyed a city. I will do it. Then Vajradamshra says, come on. I'm very happy to be known as the enemy of Rama, Lakshmana, and Sugriva. I'm happy to do that. So let us all let us all change our forms, and we'll all look like human beings that were sent by Bharata, and then we can go ahead and kill them. Then Kumbhakarna's son Nikumba says, "Oh, come on. My weapons are so eager to destroy Rama, Lakshmana, and Sugriva. They're just craving to drink the blood of Rama, Lakshmana, and Sugriva." Then Vajrahanu says, "Oh no, no. It's not going to be any of you guys. It's going to be me." Like this, Nikumba, who is the second son of Kumbhakarna and the brother of Kumbha, by the way, Nikumba, Rabasa, Surya Shatru, Suptagna, Yagnakopa, Mahaparshva, Mahodar, Agniketu, Rashmiketu, Durdarsha, Indrajit, Prahasta, Atikai, all of them say, "No, no, no, it's not me. It's not you. It is me. I'm going to destroy. I'm going to destroy. I'm going to destroy." Look at how many sycophants are with Ravana. And now Vibhishana is the only voice of reason, he says. According to political science, we have to adopt danda only after Sam, Dana, and Bheda have failed. We cannot adopt danda right away. So now we might think, why did Hanuman adopt danda directly? Because he saw that with Rakshasas, there is no use to go through Sama, Dana, and Bheda. They're too powerful, they're too foolish, and they have pretty much, they're too opulent. So all these three things will fail with them. So that's why he goes directly to Danda, and he fights in the Ashok Vatika. But on the opposite end, we still have something that Rama wants, and that is that Rama just wants his wife. That's the only thing. So Rama did not really offend at any time. He has always been defending. So he is very careful. He doesn't get angry without any cause, without any reason. He's very unshaken. And just imagine this Rama's emissary, just one member of his Vanara army could cause such great havoc across Lanka. So imagine what the entire Vanara army can do. Because so far, everyone is saying, it's all me. I'm the one who's going to destroy the entire Vanara army. So they couldn't handle one Vanara. So now how are they going to handle the entire Vanara army? So till now, Rama has never really harmed Ravana. Rama has never been on the offense. He has always been on the defense. So first, Kara, Doshana, and Trishara attacked Rama, and Rama killed them. Then Rama did not do anything else. Then Ravana came about and kidnapped Rama's wife. Rama has never attacked first. And even if he did that, even if you were to believe that he was the one who instigated the fight with Khara, Dushna, and Trishara and destroyed the entire Janastan post, Ravana was still not on the right to kidnap SitaMa. So therefore, we need not fight with Rama. If we were to give SitaMa back to Lord Rama, he's not going to fight. He's not going to fight us. But if we don't do that, Lanka is going to be destroyed. So Sita should be with Rama. Restoring her is our safest option. Ravana doesn't want to hear anything, and he says, "Okay, fine, let's talk about this tomorrow." And then once again, he says, "My dear brother, I am begging you. I'm begging you. Please listen to what I have to say. Ever since Sita has come here, there have been nothing but evil omens in Lanka." Then Ravana says, "What are the evil omens that you're seeing? Name a couple." Sacrificial fires are not burning, snakes are in the sacrificial halls, cows are not yielding milk. So when cows don't yield milk, it's a very these are, of course, cows that have calves that are not yielding milk. It's not old cows. Um, Something is really very very wrong. Then elephants are very weak. Jackals are howling, wild beasts are roaring, vultures are hovering above the city. My solution: this is a safest option. Please give SitaMa back to Lord Rama. The ministers, whoever you have over here, they're all sycophants. They're all here just to repeat your words. That's it. But I have your best interests at heart. But Ravana did not like any of these things. And he's saying that, yeah, and he says, Rama can get the help from all the devatas. It doesn't matter. They won't be able to conquer Lanka. And there is no circumstance under which I'm going to give Sita back to Rama. And he says, Vibhishana, you go. No one speaks against Vibhishana. No one speaks for him either. Then Kumbhakarna is roused to anger. So Kumbhakarna, we should know, is the brother of Ravana, who is used to sleeping for not just 6 months, but he can sleep for 6 months, 10 months, 12 months at a stretch, then wake up for one day and then go back to sleep. It's not just for 6 months. So this is elaborated in the later chapters of Yuddha Kanda, when Vibhishana introduces Kumbhakarna to Lord Rama. He says that this is the background information and all that. So Kumbhakarna was incidentally awake on the day that Lord Rama reached the shores of the ocean. So he was awake on that particular day. And then he says that, Ravana, did you ask anyone before you decided to anger Rama and Lakshmana by kidnapping Sita? This time for advice should have is past. If you wanted to possess Sita, then you should have killed Rama and Lakshmana first, and then you should have kidnapped her. It's wrong actions and wrong methods are fruitless. And just as how we cannot offer something to the devatas in impure vessels. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I can go ahead and kill Indra, Surya, Agni, Vayu, Kupera, Varuna. I can kill all of them. Rama and Lakshmana are as good as dead. And then after that blessed event, Sita is definitely yours, O Ravana. So look at Ravana's pitiable state. Vibhishana is counseling him. He doesn't listen. Kumbhakarna is saying that you shouldn't have incurred the wrath of Rama and Lakshmana. And we might think that, oh, maybe, you know what, Kumbhakarna is also a voice of reason. Then immediately he says, but I'm very powerful. I can go ahead and I can kill them all. So even if Ravana wanted to change his mind, the ministers, the advisors of Ravana did not allow him to change his mind. And then Mahaparshva says, oh, Ravana, you have taken all this trouble to kidnap SitaMa. And if Sita doesn't yield, just go and force her. It's fine. And now if your enemies trouble you, I will handle everything. Don't worry at all. Or maybe in Kumbhakarna and Indrajit can handle everything. Then Ravana says that there is a reason why he has not forced Mother Sita, and that is because there was an Apsara by the name of Punjikasala. By the way, this is not Hanuman's mother's previous incarnation. She was also an Apsara by the name of Punjikasala, but by all means, it looks like this is a different Apsara, by the way. And he raped her. So Brahma cursed her, cursed Ravana that if he were to touch another woman this way, then his head is going to burst into 1,000 pieces. And because of that, he is not forcibly touching Mother Sita. And and it's not out of love for SitaMa that he's not doing it. It is out of self-love that he's not doing it. But when he spoke to Sita, as we very well know from Sundarakanda, when he spoke to her, he said that, oh, I love you so much that I'm not going to force you to do anything against your will. But technically, this was the reason. And then he says that Rama has no understanding about my expertise or my about my power. And let's not forget that I was able to subdue the four Dikpalas. All of them, they couldn't do anything against me. So what is this one Rama going to do? It's fine. Then Vibhishana is listening to this. He said, Sita is like the five-hooded serpent. She thoughts about her are cruel venom. Her smile is sharp fangs. Five fingers with which she places on her face with grief are the five heads. Mere touch is fatal. She should be given to Rama immediately, or else the Vanaras with Naka Dantayudas, they are going to come to Lanka. When Rama shoots his arrows, nobody is going to be able to withstand it. Prahasta and all the others, whatever boasts they are making, it's all in vain. And even with the protection of multiple devatas, Ravana is going to die. See, because Hanuman has already mentioned, even if Ravana were to seek the shelter of Brahma or Shiva or Indra, neither one of them would be able to protect Ravana from Lord Rama's arrows. Nobody can protect nobody can protect Ravana from Lord Rama's arrows. Because when the Lord has decided to kill someone, nobody can protect. When the Lord has decided to protect someone, nobody can kill them either. So similarly, the Lord decided to protect Hanuman, so Ravana was not able to kill him. So it's just as simple as that. Now Prahasta is very furious, and he says that Rakshasas, we are mighty Rakshasas. Don't you remember that? And the Vibhishana says that all your plans against Rama is going to backfire. Rama is adept at everything. He is capable of protecting his army. Let's not forget Viradha, Kabanda, and the most powerful Vali, all of them were killed single-handedly by this Rama. Even the Devatas cannot fathom who he is. So how can we Rakshasas? It's when Rama gets angry, none of us would be able to. None of us can withstand Rama's anger. Simply flattering Ravana is not going to work out, because this is going to destroy the Rakshasa race. My advice, once again, with all due respect, with all the great honors, give SitaMa back to Lord Rama and take his shelter. This is going to save us all. This is going to do what is best for Lanka. And now it's Vibhishana gives the duty of a minister. A minister is to see what is right for the master, take a look at the good and the bad qualities of the master, and then advise him accordingly. And we have to understand that so far Rama did not know the whereabouts of Sita, so maybe that was an additional protection for us. But right now Hanuman would have definitely told him that SitaMa is over here, and therefore that particular element of surprise is also not here. Hanuman caught us all unawares. He ruined this beautiful city, and now with countless number of Vanaras, the entire army has reached the other side of the ocean. It's just a matter of 100 yojanas that is separating Rama and Lanka. Just 100 yojanas. And let's not forget the power of Rama. he is certain to cross it. Look at his star. Vibhishana is also capable of seeing Trishanku and Vishaka, and he also knows the Ikshvaku stars, constellations are all ascending, whereas the Rakshasa's Mula Nakshatra is all descending, and it's Lanka is on fire. Aksh Kumar has been killed. Prahasta's children have been killed. So the demon king star is declining. Therefore, right now, we still have time. We still have time because if we restore Sita back to Rama, everything is going to be okay with the Rakshasas. And then Indrajit says, it's so surprising that in this Vaibhavshali, in this supremely powerful, in this opulent, in this proud race of Rakshasas, how did this coward by the name of Vibhishana ever come into being? There is no courage, there is no valor. How is he a member of the Pauliste race? Have you forgotten how Meghnad received the name of Indrajit? I received the name because I defeated Indra himself. And now you expect me to quake in fear in front of two boys, human boys? This is what you expect me to do? Because let's not forget, Rama was just 39 years old. Indrajit was far older than that. So just in front of two boys, I'm supposed to quake with fear? Then Vibhishana said, you are a child. Your intellect is not yet mature. You are not capable of reaching a sound decision. And therefore, you're leading this entire Rakshasa clan on the road to perdition. You're going to ruin everyone. You are not your father's friend. You are, in fact, his enemy disguised as a son. Now, uh, this is very similar to what Bharata said about Kaikeyi. He said, Amitra Matra Rupena. So you are actually my Amitre. That means that you are not my friend, but you are disguised as my mother. So that means that you are my enemy disguised as my mother. And over here, Vibhishana is saying that Indrajit is an enemy disguised as a son. Why? Because anybody, it doesn't matter about the familial bonds, all of these bonds are material. All of these bonds are material. The father, mother, brother, sister, child, all of these are material. The true bond that exists is with Lord Rama and Mother Sita. That is the true bond. So if anybody asks one Jivatma to go away from Lord Rama, whether that anybody is that Jivatma's mother, father, brother, sister, friend, child, whatever, grandchild, grandparents, anybody, in that particular body, in that particular janma, that is a relationship. But if anyone asks this Jivatma to go away from Rama, let's not forget they are the worst enemies. Worst enemy. But even if the person is an enemy and says that you should go and worship Rama, that person is your best friend. That person is your best friend. So our friends should also be determined. Our well-wishers should be determined by what they are asking us to do. Are they asking us to think about Rama, think about Mother Sita in a positive way, not in the negative way that Rakshasas usually do, but in the positive way? Are we thinking about Rama in the positive light? If that is the case, they are your best friends. They are the best well-wishers. And this reminds me, Srila Prabhupada, in every single letter that he wrote, he always said, your well-wisher. He never wrote anything else. He always said, your well-wisher. Why? Because he's constantly wishing the recipient well, and he's constantly saying, take the shelter of Krishna. This is your job. Take the shelter of Krishna. So if anyone asks us to go away from Rama, worst enemy. Anyone brings us closer to Rama, best friend. And that's it. All our bonds should meet this one threshold. All the material bonds that we have to just see this through this one threshold. So now Vibhishana says, this is the might of Rama's arrow. Ko Brahma Danda Pratima Prakasha. It's as powerful as every single arrow of Rama is as powerful as Brahma Danda or Brahmastra. Narchasmataha Kala Nikasha Rupan. And it looks like as if it's the end of time is coming towards us. Saheta Banan Yamadanda Kalpa. Is it Brahmadanda or is it Yamadanda? Yamadanda is Yama's weapon of choice, and with that is he kills. He takes the soul away from the body and puts it through hell. Samaksha Muktan Yudhi Raghavena. So it's the life is released from the body when the arrow of when the person meets the arrow of Lord Raghava. So this is every single arrow of Rama is very potent. We don't have ordinary arrows from Rama. The only extraordinary arrows. So it is easy to escape Brahmastra or Yamastra, but no one can survive the shower of arrows winged with fire when Rama stands on the battlefield and bends his terrible bow. There is only one solution: utmost humility combined with gems, ornaments, wealth, and everything. So with due honor, due respect, take Sita back to Rama and say, please forgive us. Only then can we live in peace and harmony. Everyone listens to Vibhishana's nice words, but they don't like it. They say, no. It's not acceptable. Vibhishana's words, they do have an impact on Ravana. But what is the impact? It is the exact opposite of what Vibhishana wanted. So instead of understanding that Vibhishana is the only person who's trying to do him good, he thinks that Vibhishana is his mortal enemy. So we shouldn't think about advice in terms of democracy. It's not as if, let's look at, let's take the opinion of about 10 people. And if one person is saying one thing, all the 9 people are telling me the same thing, I'll go with whatever the majority says. No, Ravana went with whatever the majority said, and look at what he did. So we need to take the advice of the person who is asking us to go towards the Lord. If there is a particular step that we can take that will make us go towards the Lord, then that is the right advice. Or thousands of wrong advices cannot combat one right advice. Okay. So Ravana is very angry. He says that, Vibhishana, I know for certain that you cannot bear to see me happy. That's why you're trying to pull me down. Just as how it is natural for cows to give milk, brahmanas to be self-restrained, and for women to be fickle, it is equally natural for kinsmen to bring danger to one. Said, Vidyate, it is known, Gosha Sampannam. Goshu means cows. Sampanna, that means they yield milk and they yield a lot of wealth, because through milk, you can also get milk products like paneer and yogurt and ghee and so many other buttermilk and so many other things. And this is how obviously Lord Krishna's cowherd family, the Yadavas, this is how this is how not the Yadavas, sorry, um, uh, uh, this is how they lived in Gokul, just by living on the cow products, and Krishna was always decked in numerous ornaments and all that. So we know that they were very, very, very well off. So Goshu Sampannam Vidyate Brahmana Tapaha. It is known that Brahmanas are known to be very self restrained and conduct a lot of austerities and all that. Vidyate Strishu Chapalyam. Chapalam means to be very fickle, and Strishu means women are really very fickle. Vidyate Gnatito Bhayam. So Gnatito means kinsmen. They would bring danger or fear. Now Vibhishana is envious. You are envious of Ravana's glory and power. So you're nothing but a traitor. Had it been anybody else in your place who had uttered these words, I would have just immediately killed him. You are a disgrace. You are an utter disgrace on the Rakshasa race. Get out. Just, I'm telling you, just get out. Vibhishana is pierced the heart with his cruel words. He's thinking, I am the only person who's trying to do something good for Ravana, and he's not understanding it. So what does he do? If a self-respectable man is insulted in um, in in public like this, then there is no more bond between them. And so Vibhishana, he raises his mighty mace, he climbs, he just starts floating up along with his four ministers, Anal, Panal, Sampati, and Pramati. And then he says, I have renounced my wealth, my friends, and my city. I'm telling you again, Ravana, you are my elder brother. You are equivalent to my father, but you are no longer on the path of righteousness. And my advice is correct, but you are deluded by ignorance, and therefore you're not capable of comprehending them. And then he says this, Sulabha Purusha Rajan Satatam Priyavadinaha Apriyasya tu Pathyasya Vakta Shrota Cha Durlabha. The same verse was spoken by Maricha as well in Aranyakand. The same verse. So that means that this is mentioned in some other Shastras, and both Maricha and Vibhishana have studied the same thing, and they're quoting it aptly to Ravana, but obviously it has no bearing on Ravana whatsoever. So Sulabha, it is very easy to obtain. Purusha Rajan, Purusha means men, Rajan means king. Satatam Priyavadinaha, who always speaks of very sweet and very pleasant words. Apriyasya, not sweet. Tu means but, pathyasya, that but it's very good for us. Vakta means the one who speaks. Shrota, the one who listens. Durlabha means it's very difficult to obtain. So there are people who are always there to say very lovely things about us, but are all those sweet things beneficial for us? No. But if a person were to say that what you're doing is wrong and corrects us, that is extremely beneficial for us. But such people are very rare. People who speak like this and people who hear this are very rare. So, by the way, it's the guru's job, as we know, to let the Jivatma know when we do something wrong. Bona fide gurus are actually quite rare. Durlabha. Bona fide gurus are actually quite rare because bona fide gurus are the ones who can take a look at the Jivatma and say, and understand a little bit background of the Jivatma and say, this is not correct. It's not according to dharma. You need to change. So this itself is rare. So the person who speaks like this is rare. And then now the Jivatma has to think, who is this person to advise me? I know everything. I know more than that. So I'm not going to listen. So this is the most common occurrence, but the very rare occurrence, durlabha occurrences. Okay, so this person, this guru, actually knows what he's talking about. I am wrong. I need to correct myself. Even though I don't like to hear what he's saying, I understand that he's saying it for my benefit. Apriyasya tu patyasya. It's not pleasant to hear, but it is very beneficial for me. Vakta shrota cha durlabha. So if everyone just says, oh, very sweet, 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 sweet things, how will we know when we are making a mistake? We will never know it. So chastisement from a guru is also for our benefit. It's only for our benefit. Now imagine, now let's go back to Kishkinda Khan. Lakshmana came to Sugriva and said, what you're doing is wrong. So you need to change immediately and you have to come and render your service to Rama. So he went over there, said that, and Sugriva acknowledged, yes, I was wrong, but I have already done this, and all of us are going to come and we are going to see Rama immediately. Please forgive me. Rama is capable of doing anything and everything. He's just providing this opportunity. I understand, and I'm here at your service. And he does that. So that was also a very rare instance. So we have got to understand that as well. And this is why when gurus chastise us, we shouldn't really be offended. And we have to remember this one. Sulabha Purusha Rajan Satata Priyavadinaha Apriyasya tu Pathyasya Vakta Shrota Chadurlabha. And we need to remember what happened to Ravana, who surrounded himself with just yes men. Yes, 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 Ravana, whatever you say is best, whatever you do is best. You are powerful, you are great, you are wonderful, you can do everything, you are very powerful, you are the strongest, you are the best in military warfare. Whatever you have done is right. You were correct in kidnapping SitaMa. Whatever you have done is perfect. He surrounded himself with just such people, and look at what happened. The lone voice of reason, Vibhishana, was kicked out, and Vibhishana was protected, and nothing, and there was no protection for Ravana. And then he says, I wish you well, and I hope that all good goes with you. So Vibhishana, even at that parting moment, doesn't wish ill on his brother. So now, before we go on to Vibhishana Sharanagati, I just want to say, there are so many people who think what Vibhishana did was wrong. Vibhishana shouldn't have left his brother. He should have just continued to stay there. He should have continued to support, just like Kumbhakarna did. Even Kumbhakarna did not really agree with what Ravana did, but he continued to support him. So Kumbhakarna was right. Vibhishana was wrong. However, this is a very wrong notion. Now, one might say, Kumbhakarna followed the dharma of a younger brother. Vibhishana was also a younger brother, and he turned out to be the traitor to his older brother. Yeah, maybe that is right. But just as how Agni, when SitaMa asked Agni to become cool for Hanuman, and Agni abandoned his dharma of being hot and burn people, he abandoned that dharma just for Hanuman, and he became cool for him because the superior dharma was to listen to Sri Rama Bhakta, that is Mother Sita, to protect another great Sri Rama Bhakta, and that is Hanuman. That was abandoning a junior dharma in service of a senior dharma. So Agni was still hot for all the other Rakshasas, but just for Hanuman, he was as cool as snow. Similarly, yes, it is necessary to follow the dharma of a younger brother. That is correct. This is what Bharata, Lakshmana, and Shatrughna also followed it. The beautiful, wonderful younger brothers of Lord Rama, all of them are known as Ramanujas. Wonderful, wonderful dharma that they followed. However, Rama never really steered them away from the path of righteousness. Ravana wanted to steer everyone away from the path of righteousness. He wanted to take the entire Rakshasa horde away from Lord Rama just so that he can enjoy Rama's property, that is Mother Sita. Just so that he can enjoy Mother Sita, he wanted to take everyone away from Lord Rama. So he was distinctly leading everybody else on the path of unrighteousness. And therefore, he was no longer worthy to be in a position of power, because kings or rulers should be on the path of righteousness. Only then can they lead the entire nation on the path of righteousness. But Ravana did not do that. And later on, we will see, I think it's comes in the 90th-ish chapter, when Indrajit kills, when it, just before Indrajit is about to be killed, um, he talks to Vibhishana and says that you are a traitor. So whatever questions normal people have about Vibhishana being a traitor, those are completely addressed by Vibhishana himself. And we should also remember our main bond is with Rama and SitaMa. Main bond. All the other bonds are subservient to this one bond. Because whoever is our parents or husband, wife, children, grandparents, uncles, aunts, all of them, they're all only temporary bonds. Husband and wife, it's a different thing. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is mentioned that both husband and wife are worshipping the Lord properly, then they will continue to be husband and wife in Vaikuntha Loka as well. In Bhagavatam, it is mentioned. But maybe all the other bonds, they are just very temporary. They are very temporary. So in the limited time that we have, if we can get another soul closer to Lord Rama and SitaMa, then that bond becomes transcendental. But if we don't do anything to nurture it, then it's just gone. It's just a very temporary bond, maybe for 80 years or like say 100 years and we're looking at eternity. 100 years is nothing. It's not an important time frame at all. And therefore we cannot judge Vibhishana in a very harsh way. We shouldn't judge him in a very harsh way. And we should understand that Ravana himself kicked him out. So when Ravana himself did not want Vibhishana to lead him in path of righteousness, and he wanted to be in the path of unrighteousness, Vibhishana just decided to go to Lord Rama. It is not Vibhishana's fault. There is another story wherein Vibhishana went to Mother Kaikasi, his mother, and asked whether what he's doing is right or wrong. And Kaikasi said, okay, fine, you go to Lord Rama. This is not mentioned in any bona fide scripture, especially not in Valmiki Ramayana, because you don't need permission to take the shelter of Lord Rama and SitaMa. You don't need anybody's permission. You don't need it. And we will see more about that in Vibhishana Sharanagati pastime. So Vibhishana has spoken, Vibhishana spoke this to Ravana in a Sulba Purusha Rajan, Satadam Priyavadina, Apritasya Tupatyasya, Vakta Shrota Cha Durlabaha. He said this, I wish you well, Bhadram Te. And then all five of them, they immediately fly and they reach Lord Rama's camp. All of them. Now, Sugriva and other follower and his followers, they see this huge Rakshasa with Anal, Pana, Sampati, and Pramati. Those are the four counselors of Vibhishana. They are actually his distant relatives as well. We will see that in Uttarakhand, but just remember that they are the very close associates of Vibhishan. Now, Sugriva, his immediate thought is Rama's safety. Rama's safety. So he knows where Lanka is, and from the direction of Lanka, he's seeing 5 huge Rakshasas coming his way. What are they doing here? Why are they coming here? I need to protect Rama. I've got to protect Rama. So he looks at his followers and he says, "This is a Rakshasa. He's completely armed." And I'm very sure that he's an envoy of Ravana. He's come here to destroy our beloved Rama. So now Vibhishana has understood. It doesn't look good that he has come right now over here. It doesn't look good. It says, I understand. I am Vibhishan. I am the younger brother of Ravana. And ever since Ravana kidnapped SitaMa, our differences of opinion have just increased. Ravana should not have done that. He should not have killed Jatayu. And now SitaMa is in Ashok Vatika, and she's surrounded by Rakshasis. And I've told Ravana multiple times that SitaMa should be returned to Lord Rama with complete honors, and Ravana should take the shelter of Lord Rama. But he did not really pay any heed to my advice. I have left my wealth. I have left my kingdom. I have left my family. I have nothing with me. And I'm coming to Rama. So Vibhishana did not even stop, take some stuff from his home, from his palace, and come. No. So Ravana said, get out. Vibhishana and his 4 ministers just flew immediately. Vibhishana did not even say goodbye to his wonderful wife Sarama, who's a very close friend of SitaMa, by the way, as we will see in a little bit. He did not even say goodbye to his daughters, to his beloved wife, nothing. And he has absolutely nothing with him. He has nothing. And yet he comes to Lord Rama because he has no material opulence right now, but he has his heart. He has his soul to give to Lord Rama. He still has that. He is his soul. He has his very self to give to Lord Rama. He still has that. And he says, I have renounced everything. But Vibhishana To our eyes, he might think, oh, he's a pauper. But Rama doesn't see that. One soul wants to come back to me. That's all that matters to him. So Vibhishana says, can you please ask Lord Rama that I want to take his shelter? So Sugriva says, okay, I'll go and speak to Rama. I want you to hold on over here. Then he tells the few army members who are with him, make sure that you keep a very close eye on these 5 Rakshasas. No one is allowed to descend till I come back. He said, yes, yes, master. Then he rushes to Lord Rama. Rama, 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 Rama. You know something? There is one Asura. He's calling himself the younger brother of Ravana, and he wants to take your shelter. And he's come here with 4 Rakshasas. Rama, I'm telling you, you need to think over this very carefully, huh? Rakshasas are very deceitful. We are not supposed to put any faith in them. And don't forget, Ravana is your enemy. Therefore, Vibhishana, as Ravana's younger brother, is also your enemy. So now we need to just kill him. He has come over here. Let's just kill him, and that's it. Because he wants to destroy you. So you have to just kill him. So now Rama looks at Hanuman and he looks at the other Vanaras and he says, Sukhrada hi arthakricheshu yuktam buddhimata sata samarthena api sandeshtum shashvatim bhutimichata. Says, I want to know what you all think, I want to know your thought process. So basically, Rama has already made up his mind. As soon as Sugriva said, there is a Rakshasa who wants to take your shelter, Rama has already made up his mind. Why then? When Vibhishana started flying towards Rama, Rama has already made up his mind. So why is he asking this question to the Vanaras? I really want to know what your thought process is. Because Rama wants the world to know how intelligent Hanuman is. Hanuman is not a nitwit. Hanuman is extremely wise, and yet he is very humble. And now let's just wait and see. So Hanuman, he doesn't go ahead with his opinion at the very first go. No, he waits for the others, and then he counter demands every single statement mentioned by the others. And let's just see that. Angada says, Rama, we need to give him like small things to do, and then we can gauge his strengths. What is he good at, what is he bad at, and then based on that we can trust him. Sharaba says, we need to understand things from the science of kingly polity, like political science. Based on that, we've got to understand it. Jambavan says, Vibhishana has not come at the right place or the right time. Lanka is far away. The brother of the enemy should not turn against his brother and run towards the enemy. So it's not the right place or the right time, and also not the right circumstance as well. So Mahinda said, okay, let's use Vibhishana to find out more about Ravana, and then based on that, let us just determine whether what he's saying is right or wrong. Let's try to ascertain his truth. Now, Hanuman, steady wisdom, profound knowledge of Shastras. So when Valmiki has described Hanuman, Sarva Shastra Vidamvara, the one who has pure knowledge of all the Shastras. Pure knowledge. So not only does Hanuman have the bookish knowledge, he also knows how to apply them. So not only does he have jnana, he also has vijnana. Vijnana is the understanding and the realization and the application of knowledge. So jnana is great. So technically, Ravana also had jnana. He is also supposed to have read a lot of scriptures and all that. But where was the application? The Supreme Lord was standing right in front of him. Nothing happened. So, Vedeshta chaham aham eva vedyo. That's what Krishna says, 15.15. I am to be known by all the Vedas. So Krishna was standing right in front of this fellow and he could not even understand that this is the Supreme Lord. So how on earth is Ravana supposed to be an intelligent person? He was not. How was he supposed to be a great Pandit? He was not. Because a person of superior intellect, so the one who has understood Shastras, will know who Lord Rama is. And the application of Shastras is also very important. The application of Shastras. He says, it is not possible for us to discover his merits and defects. It's not possible for us to apply those methods. So this refutes Angada's statement. And then he says that we cannot we cannot put a spice on someone who is right next to us. So Vibhishana is going to be over here, and we cannot just spy on someone who's right close to us. So this refutes Sharaba's statement. And now he says, this is Jambavan's statement was, how can he be here? This is not the right place or the right time or the right circumstance. So Hanuman says, how can this not be the right place and right time? He knows that Ravana's star is ebbing and Rama is ascending. Rama is always ascending. And Rama will stop all war as soon as he receives SitaMa. And Ravana is seeking the destruction because he's refusing to give SitaMa back to Lord Rama. And therefore, Ravana is not his friend, but Rama is. And Vibhishana coming to Rama is fully justified according to the time, place, and circumstances. स एष देशः कालः च भवति इह यथा तथा पुरुषात् पुरुषं प्राप्य तथा दोष गुणावपि. And he is able to see the good qualities in Rama and the bad qualities in Ravana, and based on that he has made his determination and he has come over here. So what is the significance of this? Desha kala bhavati yatha tata. The moment the bhakta decides to take shelter of the Lord is between the bhakta and the Lord. The time, the place chosen by the bhakta to surrender to the Lord is between the bhakta and the Lord. Even under the most unfairest of circumstances, like how right now Vibhishan has left his brother and is coming to the enemy of his brother, the circumstances don't look very favorable, because if Rama were just an ordinary person, he could have just said, okay, now I have Vibhishana, I'm going to just kill him. But of course, Rama is not ordinary. So under the most difficult of circumstances, we can take the shelter of the Lord. It's not taking the shelter of the Lord is not according to time, place, and circumstance. I cannot say, "Oh, tomorrow morning at 12:30, I'm going to go ahead and take shelter of the Lord." No, it's not like that. So no one can say that this is what the second that we decide today, this moment, I'm taking shelter of the Lord. It's not difficult. It is not difficult. All we have to do is what? Sarvadharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayashyami ma sucha. Sarvadharman parityajya. We have to discard all varieties of religion and just take shelter to him. That's it. So Hanuman is stating that we are not capable of judging someone else's time, place, and circumstance of taking shelter. We cannot do that. Jambavan wants to. Jambavan was very curious about why Vibhishana is taking shelter at this time, at this place, under this circumstance, and Hanuman is saying, "No, no, no, don't judge him." And he says that if an intelligent man is questioned by a stranger about his concerns, so he's going to hesitate. Oh, why exactly is the stranger asking me some questions? So I should. How should I reply? How should I respond? So Vibhishana is not going to be um, is not going to be very calm about it, because he's going to have reservations, he's going to have certain concerns. And right now we need to see how Vibhishana's face is. It is very clear, it is very serene. So Hanuman, multiple qualities he has. One of the qualities is that he's an excellent physiognomist. Physiognomy is the science of understanding micro expressions so that we can figure out what the person is thinking. Lord Rama asks Hanuman to employ this skill of Hanuman towards Bharata at the very end of Yuddha Kanda. He says, you go to Bharata and tell him that I'm coming with a huge army, and you look at his face for any of the expressions, and if his expression changes even a little bit in knowing that I'm coming with an army, you come back to me, and I'm just going to stay back in the forest. So let Bharata continue to rule the kingdom. Hanuman doesn't go back. Hanuman stays with Bharata in Nandigrama. Then Rama comes over there. Hanuman doesn't enter Ayodhya on Pushpak Viman. He just goes to Bharata and says that Rama is coming. So Rama had very clearly said, if Bharata has even the slightest wish to continue to rule the kingdom, you come back and let me know. But Bharata was completely pure. He didn't want the kingdom. He wanted everything to go to Lord Rama. So the ability to see micro expressions is a very skilled task. So it's a very skilled task, and it's very difficult actually. And right now, people, the governments use it with all major equipment and all that. Hanuman could just look at a person and say, he's more advanced than any of the most advanced machines that we've got. More advanced. He says, look at Vibhishana's face. It is clear. His words are sweet, and he is not wicked. There is no suspicion about him. There is no suspicion. And he has come over here as quickly as he could. And there is sound sense, there is a good reason. He is a Rakshasa, I agree, but he is honest and sincere. And therefore he should be accepted. But of course, Rama, it is all up to you. And then he keeps quiet. So Hanuman, he has given his viewpoints, and he doesn't force Rama. He doesn't say, Rama, this is what I consider, please do this. No. And interestingly, he doesn't even tell Lord Rama that Vibhishana was the one who told Ravana not to kill him. He doesn't even say that right now. Why? Because Hanuman does not want Rama to make a decision based on how Vibhishana behaved with him, because it shouldn't have any unfair advantage. So, therefore, Hanuman gives an unbiased opinion. It's completely unbiased. So no one else should also think, Vibhishana is the Hanuman advocated for Vibhishana just because Vibhishana saved him. So Hanuman is giving an unbiased opinion, looking at his face, looking at his speech, looking at the time, place, and circumstance, looking at what he has to say, and then and then understanding that there is a lot of sense, there is a lot of reason, and that's the reason why we should accept him. So Hanuman is very unbiased, non-judgmental in his way of giving his opinion. Now Rama begins to speak. Rama says, I too have my opinion and I want to address it. I will never forsake a person who comes to me as a friend. Even though he has many faults, I will still accept him. Who has faults? Who amongst us has faults? Just raise your hand. I'm sure that all of us are raising our hands at the moment. So now we might think, oh, I have so many faults, flaws. I have so many flaws. How is Rama going to accept me? Therefore, he says, even if we have flaws, I will accept you. I will accept you. Mitra bhavena sampraptam tyajeyam kathanchana. I will not discard him. दोषो यदि अपि तस्य स्यात् सताम एतद् अगर्हितम्. Dosho yadi api tasya syat. So even if he has a lot of faults, I will not discard him. So let's not think, oh, I need to wait until I'm absolutely spotless and only then can I take the shelter of the Lord. No, it's not like that. We can do that because the Lord will never abandon us. The slightest inclination we show towards the Lord, he will, it's almost like two antennas, ding. Okay, so I'm receiving this frequency from this person, and he will immediately turn towards us. That's it. He doesn't consider the faults, he doesn't consider our flaws. We can be very, very, very bad, but the moment we take the shelter of the Lord, he will forgive everything and he will accept us without any reservation. There are no conditions, no reservations. It's complete, total acceptance. Nobody can give this level of affection. Nobody, not our mother, not our father, not spouses. Nobody can give this level of total acceptance. Nobody. This is Rama. Mitra bhavena sampraptam na tyajeyam katanchana dosho yadi api tasya syat satam etad agarhitam. So this is not the Sharanagati verse. It is going to come, but this is very good for us to remember that even with flaws, Rama will accept us. So it doesn't mean that after he accepts us, we continue to make the same mistake over and over again deliberately. If we do it by mistake, that is a different thing. But deliberately, we're not supposed to do the same mistake over and over again. But this is great relief to know that with warts and all, with all our flaws, the Lord is still willing to accept us. So now the question remains, why aren't we taking his shelter? Why aren't we doing that? Rama is not saying you should be 100% pure, only then can you come to me. You should have done thousands of years of tapasya and then you have obliterated all your sins and only then can you come to me. No, there are no conditions of the sort. No condition. The moment you take shelter of the Lord, he will accept us with all our flaws, all the goodnesses, every single thing that we have. He will accept us. But of course, we need to rectify our mistakes and not do them deliberately over and over again. So, this is why when we take initiation, all the karma, good, bad, everything, all the karma, uh, it goes to the guru, and the guru gives us a blank slate. It's an absolute blank slate. And then after that, what if we are doing some good or bad, it's just on us. And therefore the guru is teaching us just go on the path of bhakti. So when we go on the path of bhakti, we will neither acquire punya nor will we acquire papa. It is just bhakti, so it is just vikarma. It is I'm sorry, it is just akarma. It is neither sukarma nor is it vikarma. It is neither bad nor is it good. It is just no karma at all. So now Sugriva is still not convinced. This is because of his overflowing love for Lord Rama. He says, Rama, how can you trust a person who has left his older brother at the time of his need? Ravana is in deep trouble and Vibhishana has just abandoned his older brother. So how can you trust him? Now, Rama smiles. So there was another time when he smiled enigmatically. Does anyone remember that?
Was it when Sugriva asked him to demonstrate his strength?
Mataji, I really love you. That is
Thank you.
this is exactly right. Exactly right. When Sugriva wanted Rama, are you actually powerful enough to kill Bali? There are two tests with Rama. So I did okay, fine. He just smiles. Now he has to show that he is powerful enough to kill a monkey. So he smiles enigmatically at that time. And he smiles enigmatically right now. And then he looks at Lakshmana. So it's a half glance. It's a kataksham. Kataksham means it's a sideways glance. So, or what we call in English askance. It's a sideways glance at Lakshmana. And then he says, Vibhishana, because he knows that Lakshmana also has the same question, because Lakshmana would never abandon his older brother. When his older brother was in trouble, Lakshmana said, I'm willing to abandon my everything and I'm going to come with you to the forest. When Lakshmana was not obligated to sit down and fight in this huge battle. So, Lakshmana could have said, Rama, I'm just continuing to stay in Mount Prasravana. You go and fight the battle and then you come back and then we can all go to Ayodhya together. Lakshmana doesn't even dream of saying this. Okay, Rama has to fight a battle. Well, and he says, oh, Rama, look at all the beautiful omens. We are going to be victorious, Rama. There was not even a second of doubt. There was not even not second. not even a nanosecond, when he thought, why should I fight this war? So Lakshmana was completely subservient to his older brother. So now Rama is looking at his little brother and he's saying, Vibhishana has left the wicked Ravana because his brother is considering him to be his enemy, and therefore he should be with us. Because his own brother has actually abandoned him. It was not that Vibhishana abandoned Ravana, it was that Ravana abandoned Vibhishana. He has nowhere else to go. So that's why he has come over here. And then he says, not all brothers are like Bharata, not all friends are like Sugriva, not all sons are like himself, are like Rama. न सर्वे भ्रातरस्तथा भवन्ति bharatopamaihi. Bhratarastata. So that means that brothers bhavanti bharatopamaha. Upama means equivalent. So not all brothers are equivalent to Bharata. Madvidha na pituhu putraha. Madvidha, like me. There are no sons. Suhrudo var bhavat vidaha. So Suhrudo, so like friends, like Sugriva, we are not going to see anyone. So because he says that, so now a question might arise. Why did he say Bharata and not Lakshmana? Because Rama has said that Lakshmana and he are not different. He has said that Lakshmana is the Rama's Dvitiya Antaratma. He has not really used the Dvitiya Antaratma for Bharata. So he says, all my brothers are more important to me than my own life. He has said that multiple times. But Lakshmana, he thinks as himself. It's Dvitiya Antaratma. So he doesn't go ahead and praise he doesn't go ahead and praise Lakshmana because it would look as if he's praising himself. And therefore he doesn't do that. And Bharata was under a lot of temptation and he did not have any temptation whatsoever. So no one actually offered the kingdom to Lakshmana per se. Of course, before Bharata arrives, Rama says, Lakshmana, if you want the kingdom, I just have to say one word to Bharata and Bharata will give you the kingdom right now, this instant. Then Lakshmana is like, no, that's not my point at all. So Lakshmana did not really have repeated temptations. He did not have repeated people, with so many people casting doubts on him as to whether his intentions towards Rama was pure or not. Rama does say, can you please go back to Ayodhya? He does say that a couple of times, but obviously Lakshmana does not listen, and he stays with Lord Rama. But Bharata was the one with a lot of temptation. Bharata, Bharata was given a lot of temptation, but he was not tempted at all. Bharata was the one on whom so many people cast a lot of doubts, and he was completely trustworthy. And how many times he asked Lord Rama to come back to the kingdom? How many types of how many ways he cajoled with Lord Rama? Please come back, please come back. As well as Bharata is the one who gets to do the Padasevanam. He's literally doing the Padaka Patabhishekam and all that. And Bharata, is different, and therefore he says, like, there is no brother like Bharata, no friend like Sugriva, and there is no son like Rama himself. And this is actually a very good thing to remember about mothers' expectation towards their children. Obviously, none of our children are as perfect as Lord Rama. We are not Mother Kausalyas to have Rama come as our son. And therefore, we shouldn't expect our children to be as perfect as Lord Rama. We cannot expect that. They will make mistakes and all that. Rama makes no mistakes because he's the Supreme Lord. He's absolutely perfect. But but our children should not uh, be expected to be as perfect as Lord Rama. And this is a very good lesson for mothers. So not all sons are as perfect as Rama. So Sugriva said, Rama, you're saying all of these things. I understand, but Ravana could have just sent him to spy on you, and he might just be waiting. And when the moment is apt, he could just harm us all. He could just harm you. And then Rama says, so till now, Rama never really gave credit to himself. He killed Tataka under Vishwamitra's orders. He broke the bow. He saw the bow because Janaka and Vishwamitra wanted him to do so. All the miraculous stuff I'm talking about, very, very powerful stuff. He did that. He renounced the kingdom because he wanted to stay true to his father's word. He destroyed Karadushana and Trishira because they attacked him. It was his responsibility to protect him. The sages had asked him to protect them from the Rakshasas. That's the reason why he did this. The sages have done that. It's so he's doing that, and now he gave the credit of all the wonderful things that Hanuman did in Sundarakanda was all due to his potency. But then when Hanuman comes back, he says, Hanuman, thanks to you, Lakshmana and I have the capacity to stay on the path of righteousness. It's all owing to you. We are so grateful to you. And then they have all come over here. And now Lord Rama sees how worried Sugriva is about him. How worried he is. So Vibhishana Sharanagati is the only place where Lord Rama himself reveals a little bit, not everything, just a little bit about who he is. So even after this one, he says that, okay, fine. Nala was the one who helped build the bridge. After this, all the, he said, all of us shall go ahead and attack the Rakshasas. He praises every single monkey that has done some incredible job. He praises Lakshmana for killing Atikai and Indrajit. And then he kills Ravana. He kills Ravana because Matali says, go ahead and please shoot Brahmastra right now. He gives the credit. And then later on, when Brahma says, you are Lord Narayana, he says that Atmanam Manushamani Ramam Dashrathatmajam. I consider myself to be a human being by the name of Lord Rama, by the name of Rama, who is the beloved son of King Dashratha. He says that. And he allows Brahma to give beautiful glorifications, but he himself doesn't say, I am the Supreme Lord, you should all bow down to me. Rama never really says that. Over here, in Vibhishana Sharanagati, we get to see a small little glimpse of his awesome potency, a tiny little glimpse of that. By the way, in Uttarakhand, Agastya Muni says over and over again, you are Lord Vishnu, SitaMa is Mother Lakshmi. So he does say that, but Rama doesn't really react a whole lot, yeah, or anything to it. Um, he's very placid. That's what he is. But he changes this. He changes that norm in Vibhishana Sharanagati pastime because he sees how concerned Sugriva is about him. So there is a potential imminent threat because 5 colossal Rakshasas are hovering above their camp. There is a potential threat, and Rama wants to show Sugriva, no, 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 no. You don't have to worry about me. So even over here, Rama doesn't show this greatness because he wants everyone to be falling at his feet or something. He doesn't do that. There is no ounce of pride in Rama. There is no pride at all. The false pride, sorry, the false arrogance that Ravana is very famous for. Nothing of that sort is there in Lord Rama. And he says, Rama says, this Rakshasa can be virtuous or he can be wicked, but he is not capable of harming me at all. So dushto va api adushto. He may be sudushto va api adushto, not wicked, or he could be very wicked. Sudushto means very wicked, adushto, not at all wicked. Vakim esha rajani charaha, that Nishachara means night ranger. Rajani Charaha means the one who goes about at night. It means the Rakshasa basically. Sukshmam api ahitam kartum mama ashaktaha katanchana. There is no possibility, katanchana, ashakta, that he can render me powerless. Mama ashaktaha means render me powerless. This Rakshasa cannot render me powerless. Sudushto api adushto kim esha rajnicharaha sukshmam api ahitum kartum mama ashaktaha katanchanaha. And then Rama says, with merely the tip of my finger, I can destroy all Rakshasas, Danavas, Yakshas, and Pishachas. Pishachan, Danavan, Yakshan, Prithvyam, Chaiva, Rakshasan. Anguli Agrena. Anguli means finger. Agrena means the very end. So the tip of the finger. Tan Hanyam Ichan Hari Gana Ishvara. Hari Gana Ishvara. O Lord of monkeys. Hari over here is not Lord Hari. Hari over here means monkeys. Vanaras are also known as Hari. So Hari Gana Ishvara, the Lord of these monkeys, Ichan, if it is my wish, Pishachan, Danavan, Yakshan, and Rakshasan. So Pishachas, Danavas, Yakshas, Rakshasas, Prithvyam Chaiva. So from this Prithvi, from this earth, I can destroy all of them with just what? Anguli Agrena, with just the tip of my finger. The tip of my finger is all that I need to destroy all the Rakshasas. So why is he going into this big battle? Why? He doesn't need the Vanaras. He doesn't need anybody. All he has to do is just move his little finger and boom, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Indrajit, Atikai, Narantak, Devantak, Mahaparsha, Mahodar, Shuka, Sarana, Shardula, all of them are flat out. Kumbha, Nikumba, everybody, Akampana, everybody is dead. Dead. Danavas, Pishachas, Yakshas, and Rakshasas, everybody is dead with just the tip of his finger. So now he says, I can destroy all of these Rakshasas. So What harm can one Vibhishana do? Vibhishana is just one Rakshasa, and I have the power to destroy everybody with just the tip of my finger. Just the tip. That is enough. So now we need to think. Let's remember this one. Paritrana sadhana vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samstapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So 3 reasons why the Lord appears. Paritrana sadhanam, to protect his bhaktas, then to destroy the miscreants, and to re-establish dharma. Out of all these 3, the thing that he loves doing the most is the association of his bhaktas. So if the Lord, with the tip of his finger, can destroy all the miscreants, vinashaya cha dushkritam, he can destroy all miscreants with the tip of his finger, and this is one of the least favorite things to do. Why wouldn't he use that very tip of the finger to lift the huge Govardhan mountain to protect his devotees for 7 days and 7 nights in Vrindavana? Why wouldn't he do that? Compared to all the Devata, compared to all the Pishachas, all the Danavas, all the Yakshas, and all the Rakshasas, Govardhan Hill was very small compared to all of them put together. So, it is more pleasing to the Lord to lift up the Govardhan Hill, because he gets to protect his beloved Gokul Vasis, he gets to protect his beloved Brajavasis, his beloved cows and calves and everyone. So it was not any effort for him at all. No effort. It is the same tip of the finger. The same tip of the finger. Anguli agrena. The same tip of the finger. So he can use that tip of the finger to protect his bhaktas and to destroy all miscreants. There is no effort for him whatsoever. Zero effort. It's so easy for him to do this. So now he says, what harm can Vibhishana do to me? So now Rama is demonstrating his incredible power. So far he has always given credit to his bhaktas. Oh, it's either Vishwamitra, or it is Janaka, or it is the sages of Dandakaranya, or it is my Vanaras who have done this. There's always someone else. He's always giving credit to others. But he says this because Sugriva was so worried about him. What is going to happen to my beloved Rama? There are 5 Rakshasas, huge Rakshasas, fully armed. They're here. What is going to happen to my Rama? Rama is so sweet. Rama is so precious. My Rama, he believes everyone. And now it is my responsibility to tell Rama, no, Rama, don't be so naive. These Rakshasas are actually very deceitful. So that's why Rama says, Sudushto vapi adushto. Nobody can render me powerless. Nobody can do that. Vibhishana is not capable of harming me. Even if he were not good, he would still not harm me. And then Rama quotes other good examples. So once there was a very righteous dove, and one hunter killed his wife. He killed the wife of the dove and ate her up. But still, he was very hungry, and he was very tired, and he had taken shelter of that tree beneath which the dove was there. And so he saw that he was very tired, he was very hungry still, and so he jumped in that fire so that he could give that shelter to that hunter. And so and so Rama says, this male dove, it's just a dove, and that did so much for the hunter that wronged him. Vibhishana himself has not wronged me. He did not kidnap Sita, and he has taken refuge. Even though he has come from that side, he is indeed not my enemy. And therefore, why shouldn't I trust him? Now, there is another reason. There was a great sage by the name of Maharishi Kandu. He is the son of sage Kanva. Kanva, he says that Arto va yadi va driptaha paresham sharanam gataha ari prananan parityajya rakshitavya kritatmanaha. So he says that Ari Pranan Parityaja Rakshitavya Kritatmanaha. So he says that um, uh, the rich reward that one who lives up to these words gets great benefit. They say that if a person has surrendered to someone and dies on at that time, then all the merit of the all the merit of the person who on whom that person has taken shelter would all go to the seeker of the refuge. All of that merit. So when one can, we've got to save the suppliant. And if we see him suffering suffering at the hands of Ari means enemies, Pranan Parityaja, that means he's discarding his life at the hands of the enemies, then we lose all merit and it goes on to the seeker of the refuge. And therefore, Rama pledges to follow the path set by Maharishi Kandu. We should do everything it takes to protect the suppliant. We should do everything it takes. And now this is Lord Rama's Sharanagati promise. Sakradeva prapannaya tava asmi iti cha yachate abhayam sarva bhutebhyo dadami etad vratam mama. Sakrid eva means, sakrid means just, eva means once, prapannaya means to take the shelter, to fall down. Tava asmi means, tava means you, asmi means I. So I am yours. Iti cha yachate. Those who say, I am yours. Abhayam sarva bhutebhyo dadami. Abhayam means no fear. Sarva bhutebhyo, from every single living entity. Dadami means I will give. Etad vratam mama. This is my promise. So, by the way, I've seen this verse, the third part, Abhayam Sarva Bhutabhyo. So I've seen that part has been slightly changed in a couple of places. But this is what is mentioned in Sharanagati Gadyam, composed by Sri Ramanujacharya. So in Sharanagati Gadyam that he composed, he has included Sakradeva, as well as he has included Sarvadharman Parityaja, because these are the two main Sharanagati verses mentioned in scriptures. Valmiki Ramayana as well as Bhagavad Gita, both of them are equally authentic, equally important. And therefore he has included Sakradeva verse, and in Sharanagati Gadyam, it's Abhayam sarva bhutebhyo dadami etat vratam mama. This is what is mentioned. And so I enjoined everyone to follow whatever your guru has said. Please don't get me wrong, because ultimately the meaning is the same, that Rama is going to protect. The meaning is the same, but we can also follow what the Sri Vaishnava Acharya, the main Acharya of the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya has said in Sharanagati Gadyam. Many Sri Vaishnavas are following that as well. The Sharanagati Gadyam is very beautiful. And over there, Sri Ramanujacharya, who is none other than Lakshmana himself, and so he actually listened to Rama speak these words. Ramanujacharya is quite literally Lakshmana incarnated in Kali Yuga. And he has said that Rama said, Abhayam sarva bhutebhyo dadami etat vratam mama. And because of my extreme fondness for Lakshmana, I've just mentioned it this way. And this is what is there on valmikiramayana.net as well. So what should we do? All we have to do is just bow down to the Lord and say, Tava asmi or Tavasmi. Tavasmi. I belong to you. With Mother Sita, all you have to do is just bow down. That's all you have to do. Rama asks for one more thing. You have to bow down and say, Tavasmi. So if you are sitting in front of a picture of the Lord, or at least you can mentally think about the Lord's Archavigraha in one temple, or painting or something of that sort, you just mentally bow down to Lord Rama and say, Tavasmi, Tavasmi, Tavasmi. Please say it 3 times. Tavasmi, Tavasmi, Tavasmi. So please bow down to the Lord right now. Do not wait. Bow down to him right now and say, Tava Asmi. I belong to you. I am yours. That means, Rama, you can do whatever you want with me. That is the meaning of Tava Asmi. Because I am your puppet. If you want me to dance, I will dance. If you want me to sing, I will sing. You want me to jump, I will jump. Whatever you want me to do, I will do for you. It is not up to me. I am not seeking independence. I want to be controlled by you. I want to be ruled by you. I want you to be my master. This is what Tava Asmi means. Tava Asmi. I am yours. So it's not that I just say, oh, I am yours and not mean it. No. When we take prapannam, when we take prapatti, it means that we are saying, I want to be ruled by Rama. This is what the Ayodhyavasi said. This is what Bharata said. I want to be ruled by Rama. And this should be our mentality as well. So this prayer is enough. I shall stand between him and any evil that emanates from any being. Any evil. I will stand with my bow and arrow and my sword. I will stand in full martial attire in front of that person who says that that he belongs to me. I will stand. This is my pledge. Rama doesn't give pledges. He doesn't give vratam. He gives only dhrida vratam. Rama, what does he say to Kaikeyi? Rama dvirna abhibhashate. Rama doesn't have to repeat it twice. When he gives a promise, it's a promise. He doesn't have to repeat it. This is Rama. One word is enough. And he says, Rama dvirna abhibhashate, Rama dridavratam, Rama satyavakyam, Ramam satyaparakramam. That particular Rama is saying, all I need from one Jivatma is for them to to bow down and say, Tava Asmi. That's all I need. I don't need anything else. I give this gift of fearlessness. Look at Hanuman. He was surrounded by innumerable Rakshasas. He was all by himself. All by himself. He had Vibhishana, and he had SitaMa, one frail little woman who is extremely powerful due to the powers of her chastity, but frail little woman. And he had Vibhishana, and he was surrounded by innumerable Rakshasas. And he stood all by himself because he had the blessings of Lord Rama. He had the blessings of SitaMa. He stood all by himself in Ravana's court, and he challenged Ravana, challenged him all by himself. And he said, I am all by himself, but still I have no fear. I have no fear. Why? Because Rama has given Abhayam Sarva Bhutebhyo Dadami. Rama has already given him that Abhayam. Abhayam Sarva Bhutebhyo Dadami. Etad Vratam Mama. This is my pledge. When Rama gives his word, he will not back out of it. Nobody is capable of moving him when he gives his word. Nobody. There is no strength superior to him. Matta parataram nanyat kinchit asti dhananjaya. There is no truth superior to me. But still he says that, SitaMa is superior to him. But that's a different mood. There is no one superior to Lord Rama. Matta parataram nanyat kinchit asti dhananjaya. Oh, Arjuna, there is no truth superior to me. Nobody can move him. And that particular Rama says, Sakrid eva prapannaya tavasmiti cha yachate abhayam sarva bhutebhyo dadami etad vratam mama. So, once again, look at Rama, bow down. Tavasmi, tavasmi, tavasmi. Please bow down. And please repeat this. Sakradeva prapannaya tavasmiti chayachate abhayam sarva bhutebhyo dadami etad vratam mama. And then when Rama spoke like this, Sugriva was completely happy. His face is clear. And now finally, Sugriva understands Rama. Finally, Sugriva knows Rama is doing all of this for our benefit. Rama, who can destroy all the miscreants with just this Angulya Grena, with just the tip of his finger, he can destroy all the miscreants. And yet he has given opportunities for my crores and crores and innumerable Vanaras. We'll see how many Vanaras are there in a couple of slides. Innumerable Vanaras, all of them are here just to serve Rama. Rama, you are the kindest of the kindest, because it's not that you need us, but you are giving us this opportunity to get closer to you. How can we be more and more grateful to you, Rama? Rama, you are the all of these thoughts, he doesn't verbalize anything. It's all there in his heart. And just Valmiki just says his face was clear, shining. And now he has complete faith on Vibhishana. Because he knows No matter what Vibhishana is, he is not going to harm my beloved Rama. Nothing should happen to my Rama. That's all I care about. He now has that assurance. Vibhishana is not going to harm him. He listens to Hanuman as well. Hanuman has said that Vibhishana's words are okay. His face is clear. He's sounding very serene. He's very cogent. He's very reasonable. So it's all good. It's fine. So now Sugriva is happy. But Rama doesn't stop over there. He says, Anaya enam harishreshtha dattam asya abhayam mama vibhishno va sugriva yadi va ravana swayam. Anaya enam harishreshtha dattam asya abhayam maya. Maya, dattam means give, asya, like this, abhayam means fearlessness. Vibhishno va sugriva Yadiva Ravana Swayam. So now Vibhishana has come. Tomorrow let Ravana himself come. I will fulfill this pledge. I will give him Abhayam as well. I will give Ravana, that very Ravana who kidnapped my beloved wife Sita, that very Ravana who made my Sita so miserable, that very Ravana who caused me to lament, that very Ravana who killed Jatayu, that very Ravana for whom I have been walking and walking and walking for such a long time, for that very Ravana that I, a man, is taking shelter of Sugriva, an ape, that very Ravana who has done so many misdeeds towards the Devatas and sages and so many people, even if that Ravana were to come to me, I would give him Abhayam. Because when Ravana comes and says, Rama, I belong to you and I'm taking your shelter, that means that he's no longer going to be on the path of unrighteousness. He's going to be on the path of righteousness. And at that time, Moksha mas sucha, I will forgive all aham tvam sarva papebhyo moksha sarva papebhyo, whatever sins you have done, I will forgive all of that. And you don't have to fear. Ma sucha is same as abhayam. It's do not fear. There is no fear. It's the same synonym. So Rama will stand firm on his pledge to protect his bhaktas, irrespective of what papa we have done. Irrespective of that, he will protect. But once we say that we belong to him, we need to act accordingly. We need to actually want to belong to him. And that means that we should be willing to be ruled by Ravana, willing to be ruled by Rama. So even if Ravana himself were to come to Lord Rama, Rama is going to fulfill that pledge. No matter what his past sins were, he raped so many girls, he kidnapped so many, he caused such pain to sages and everything. Rama says, I will forgive those sins because starting now, right now, this second onwards, he will be good. I will forgive all the other sins that he has ever committed. I will do that. So he says, Vibhishana va Sugriva yadi va Ravana. So that means that the Lord's shelter is there for everybody. Every living entity is eligible to take the shelter of the Lord. There is nobody who is exempt from the Lord's mercy. Every single living entity. We know already that the Lord doesn't discriminate between species. He gave Jatayu one carnivorous vulture. He gave Jatayu moksham and sent him directly to Vaikunt Loka. We know that. We have the proof. We saw it. We read it in Aranyakand. We read it. So we know that the Lord's mercy doesn't just extend to human beings. It doesn't extend only to his friends or only to people in very upper levels of human society. No, he goes to Nishadas. He goes to Shabaris, like tribal people, he goes over there. He goes to Vanaras. He accepts Rakshasas as his friends. He accepts birds, not even cows or elephants and horses were exempt from loving him. Not even trees could stop loving him, because in Ayodhya we saw that the trees were crying because they couldn't follow Lord Rama when he went off to the forest. Even the trees were not immune to loving Lord Rama. Even the trees loved him. They cannot move, and they also loved Lord Rama. So why? Because Rama is Lokabhirama. Lokabhirama. It's not just one particular category. No, it's not just for the sages, not just for the royal members, nothing like that. Rama will go anywhere, wherever any living entity is there, Rama will go, and he is willing to do anything for that person, that living entity, for that soul. Rama will do everything. If the soul shows even the slightest inclination that it wants to know Rama, Rama will do it. So now we shouldn't think, oh, what about all the microbes? If so, in human body, there are, I think, about 3 trillion microbes or something like that. So all of them are all jivatmas, by the way. All of them are jivatmas. So when the host jivatma, you can say so like we are the host, we are the humans, and humans have so many microbes in us. So when we listen to Ramanamam, when we listen to Harikatha, all of those living entities are also going on the path of purification. All of those living entities. So in our homes, we don't know how many microbes are there. We don't know. We don't know how many tiny, tiny little insects are there. We have no idea. There are innumerable living entities. I'm actually sitting all by myself in one room, but I know that I'm not the only jivatma. There are innumerable jivatmas in this one room that I cannot even see. But every single one of them is benefited when one person chants Harinam, chants Harikatha, does Harinam Sankirtan. All of them are benefited. Every single one of them. They're all benefited. So that's why Rama says, so Ravana can also come to my shelter and I will protect him. There is no reservations for me whatsoever. I will do it. So it is up to the living entity to want to take shelter of the Lord. The Lord is always there. The Lord is always, always there. He's always protecting all the living entities in the form of Paramatma form. It's always there. But the Jivatma has to take that second step. So the first step is that when we came down to the material universe, the Lord came down with us in the form of Paramatma and is saying, I will never abandon you, my child. I'm never going to abandon you. And he's there with us in as Paramatma form. He's there with us all the time. And then the Jivatma has to make the next step and say, Lord, what should I do to get closer to you? Just even by asking this question, the Lord will run 1,000 steps towards us. run 1,000 steps. So why aren't we making this move? Why aren't we asking this question? That is what we should think about today and for the rest of our lives. When will my heart turn towards Lord Rama and SitaMa? When will my heart do that? Because Rama is there waiting. He's waiting to see when we will go back to him. He's waiting to see. Okay, this Jivatma is going to say Tavasmi. He's going to say that he's waiting. And we are not saying it. We are not saying it. So imagine what pain we're causing Lord Rama by not saying it. We are not saying it, and it's causing Rama a lot of pain. It's causing Rama a lot of pain. So say it and mean it. And then, because Lord's love is meant for all living entities, everyone. Then Sugriva is overjoyed. And then he marvels at the supreme love that Rama has for Sugriva and Vibhishana. And he looks at the goodness of Rama and he says, Rama, this Vibhishana is actually the friend of the Vanara army. So far he was like, oh, Sugriva is, oh, Rama, he's the son of, he's the brother of our enemy. He's a Rakshasa, he's deceitful, he's wily, he shouldn't have come at this time, place, and circumstance. All of those were wrong. And right now, that very Sugriva is saying, Tasmat Kshipram Saha Asmabhihi Tulyo Bhavatu Raghava Vibhishno Mahaprajna Sakhitvam Cha Abhyupayatu Naha. So now he is Sakhitvam. He is the best friend of all of us. Sugriva, who was first opposing Vibhishana, is now saying that Rama, let's get Vibhishana close to us. He's our best friend, Rama. That's what he's saying. So this one we will do tomorrow onwards because this is a big deal. But Vibhishana Sharanagati is over here. I think it's just 7:30. Do you want me to just complete 2 more slides and then we can call it a day?
Yes, Mataji. If we finish Vibhishana Sharanagati, that might be good.
Yes, Mataji. Okay, Mataji. So now Vibhishana is still in the sky. Vibhishana and his 4 friends are still in the sky. Sugriva is now very eager to welcome a new friend in the fold. Is very eager to welcome him, and says, Sugriva is going to Vibhishana and says, Vibhishana, Rama has listened to your words and he really wants to meet you. So please come down. Now, Vibhishana, he's been waiting and waiting and waiting for how many thousands of years? Who knows? How many thousands of years? Because ever since Brahma gave him the boon that he will always be in the path of righteousness, he's waiting to see the Supreme Lord. He's waiting to see the Supreme Lord. And after so many countless years, he's finally going to see him. And with his own eyes, he's seeing that Rama's excellences are a millionfold of what he has already seen, what he has heard. So whatever we see right now, whatever we hear right now, the actual Rama is way more than what we can ever imagine. The kindness is way more. The compassion is way more than what we can ever imagine. And then he And then he bows down with deep devotion at the feet of Lord Rama, and he says, "My love and trust are fixed firmly at you. You are my sole savior. The divine feet of the Lord is the only means for salvation. And I'm here, so I'm here standing in front of you. I'm here standing in front of you, and you are my only savior." And the Lord is so beautiful, and he is radiating that beauty all around him. And even as a child runs towards his mother, Vibhishana lays his head at the lotus feet of the Lord. Just as a child is running towards the Lord, just as a child runs towards the Lord, Vibhishana is also running towards the child runs towards the mother. Similarly, Vibhishana is running towards the Lord. And Vibhishana's 4 friends, Anal, Panas, Sampati, and Pramati, they are also following the lead. So, what does this teach us? If we were to follow a pure bhakta, we don't even have to say specifically, "Oh, Rama, give me shelter." No. Rama will not only give shelter to the one who has said Tava Asmi and has taken a shelter, but he would also give shelter to those who take shelter of that particular bhakta. This is Rama. So nowhere in Yuddha Kanda will you see a statement spoken by Anala, Panasa, Sampati, and Pramati, where they individually approach Lord Rama and say, "Please give us shelter." There is no place like that at all. Why? Because they have taken shelter of Vibhishana. Vibhishana has taken shelter of Lord Rama. Therefore, Lord Rama's shelter falls directly on Anala, Panasa, Sampati, and Pramati as well. This is very key. There is another example of this. Does anyone remember? No? In Ayodhya Kand, we saw that Guha serves the Lord, but Rama did not ask Guha to ferry him across Ganga. Rama says, "Guha, I want you to continue to stay over here." And Guha's friend or kinsman, he was the one who took the Lord across River Ganga, not just the Lord, Lord Rama, SitaMa, and Lakshmana. So Guha's friend did that. But Guha's friend did not say, "Rama, I want you to give me an opportunity to serve you." No. It was just Guha who said, "You go ahead and do this." So when we take help of a pure devotee, when we do that, when we take shelter of a pure devotee, then the Lord will automatically give us shelter too. This is why a Jivatma should always take shelter of a bona fide guru. Because if the guru is bona fide and he takes shelter of his guru, who is also bona fide, and he has taken shelter of his bona fide guru, who has taken shelter of his bona fide guru, and blah, 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 blah. It goes all the way directly to the Supreme Lord himself. Then when Rama showers his Abhayam Sarva Bhutebhyo Dadami, when he gives that, when he redeems that pledge, it automatically trickles all the way down. So as long as we take the shelter of a guru who is bona fide, we are also golden. We are also golden. So look at how many places, we see the importance of a guru. How many places? We saw it in Sundarakand, we saw it in Balakand, we're seeing it over here, everywhere. We saw it in Kishkinda Kand. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. We need to take the shelter of a bona fide guru, not guru in namesake only, but a bona fide guru. So this shows that being the follower of a devotee also guarantees the love of the Lord. You have to just follow one devotee, whether it's a Shiksha Guru, whether it's a Diksha Guru, as long as that person is bona fide. Just grab hold of that person and just do whatever that person says. Then the Lord's mercy will automatically flow. So, by the way, Anal, Panas, Sampati, and Pramati, they were the chief spies in Lord Rama's army. They were the spies. So they were the ones who figured out Ravana's battle formation. They were the ones who figured out what's happening and all that. They were the ones who told Vibhishana that Indrajit has now gone off to do Yajna in Nikumbala's grove. They were the ones who did all of that. So they served Vibhishana. Vibhishana served Lord Rama. Ergo, they were also completely protected. They did not die at the end of the war or anything. So they were also protected. So just following a devotee is also a guarantee of the Lord's mercy, of the Lord's shelter. And this is very important to note. And then Vibhishana introduces himself. Vibhishana says, I am the younger brother of Ravana. I have been humiliated by him, and you are the shelter of all the living entities. Anujo Ravanasya Aham. Anujo means I am the Anujo means younger brother. Ravanasya means of Ravana. Aham means me. Tena chasmi avamanitaha. And he insulted me. He humiliated me. Bhavantam sarva bhutanam sharanam gataha. You are the sole stay and support of all the living entities. You are the one who gives shelter to all the living entities. And to you I have come. So Vibhishana is so humble that he thinks that he is utterly unqualified. His own older brother did avamanam. He insulted him. And then he says that I am the younger brother of Ravana. So that is also another reason for my disqualification. And despite all the conditions of my disqualification, I have come to you, O Rama, because you are Sarva Bhutanam Sharanyam Sharanam. Sarva Bhutanam Sharanyam Sharanam. You are that. So Lakshmana also says Rama is Sarva Bhutanam Sharanyam Sharanam. And incidentally, Mandodari at the very end of Yuddha Kanda also says the same thing. Rama, so universally, whether you are a devotee of the Lord or whether the person is the relative of an enemy of the Lord, everyone knows. Rama is Sarva Bhutanam Sharanyam Sharanam. Repeat this. Sarva Bhutanam Sharanyam Sharanam. Sarva Bhutanam Sharanyam Sharanam. Sarva Bhutanam Sharanyam Sharanam. Rama is the sole stay and support. He is a sole refuge of all the living entities. Sarva Bhutanam. There is no reservations. There is no conditions. No limitations according to time or place or circumstance or geography or gender or age or species. Nothing. Sarva Bhutanam. This is all encompassing. Rama is the Sarva Bhutanam Sharanyam Sharanam. So when we look at Rama, when we look at a picture of Lord Rama, we should remember, Rama, you are Sarva Bhutanam Sharanyam Sharanam. So why don't I get it in my brain to take shelter of you? Why am I taking shelter of myself? Why am I doing that? Why am I so inclined towards doing whatever I want? Why am I not taking your shelter, O Rama? This should be our question. And once we understand that what we're doing is wrong, we need to change and take shelter of either the Lord directly or the Lord's pure bhakta, and continue to do what is beneficial for Rama, not what is beneficial for us, but what is beneficial for Rama. Because if something is beneficial for Rama, it is automatically beneficial for us. Yata taror mule nishetidena tripyanti tat skanda bhujopashaka pranopahara yatendriyanam tadvaparanam achyuteja. Just as this comes in 4th canto, I think 31st chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam. So just as how we pour water on the roots of a tree, and immediately the branches and the leaves of the tree are automatically nourished by just feeding the root. Similarly, when we feed Achyuta, and all the devatas and all the other indriyas are automatically satisfied. As long as we feed Achyuta, everything else goes. So we need to feed our desires in such a way that they are all perfect for Lord Rama. And now Vibhishana says, I have renounced everything and am praying for your service. Please bring peace to my heart. I've renounced everything. I don't have family. I don't have friends except for these four. I don't have family, friends, wealth, my own kinsmen, my country. I have renounced everything and I've come to you. And I'm asking you to give me opportunities to serve you. And please bring peace to my heart. And then Rama, and then I think from this side, we'll go tomorrow, or do you just want me to cover the coronation of Vibhishana as well? I think I will do these two slides, because then we will go on to see Shuka. That's a completely different topic. So we shouldn't think that as soon as we take shelter, we can just wipe our hands clean. We can just sit down on the sofa and we can just twiddle our thumbs, and Lord Rama will come serve us with a platter, serve us on the platter. My dear Bhakta, I want to take you back to Vaikuntha Loka. It's not going to happen that way. So when we say Tava Asmi, as I mentioned, we should want to be ruled by the Lord. And therefore, the Lord should want to use us however he wants. So as soon as Vibhishana says, give me service, Lord Rama doesn't say, okay, don't worry, just hold on, wait up, I will give you service when I think I should. No. Immediately he says, give me the true account of the strength and weaknesses of the Rakshasas. Immediately he says that. Then Vibhishana doesn't hesitate. So this is what Rama wants. He knows that his entire family is going to be annihilated. Imagine the sorrow of Arjuna. He saw his Putran, he saw the sons, grandfathers, uncles, fathers, fathers-in-law, and his acharyas, he saw all of them in front of him, and he wept. He was in tears. He was so much so that his Gandiva slipped from his hand. But he had 4 other brothers next to him. He had 4 other brothers. Vibhishana was all alone. His ministers were not his brothers. His ministers were actually his close friends, of course, but they were more like in his employ. None of his other brothers were with him. The people he grew up with, nobody was with him. Vibhishana was all alone. And right in front of his eyes, he saw the destruction of the entire land. Imagine what sorrow it would have been for Vibhishana, but still, he doesn't waver at all. There is never a point in time where Vibhishana thinks, oh, I shouldn't have done this. Never. He knows that what he did is right. And he's strong and firm in that faith. So we have said the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita is Arjuna Vishada Yoga. And we see the immense lamentation, the immense sorrow of Arjuna. But Arjuna had 4 other brothers with him. 4 other people that he grew up with him. And Vibhishana was all alone. The only thing that they had in common was that Arjuna chose to follow Krishna. Vibhishana chose to follow Rama. He chose. Arjuna chose to follow Krishna. Arjuna could have very well asked for the Yadava army, and Krishna would have given it to him. But Duryodhana wanted the army, and Arjuna said, I just want you. Similarly, Vibhishana could have just said, okay, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. Let Ravana do whatever he wants. I'm just going to be over here, the company of my friends and relatives. I'm just going to be over here. And that's it. He could have done that, but no. He rejected his unrighteous brother. He rejected him. And he came rushing to Rama. He came rushing to Rama. And the first thing that Rama says, go ahead, give me the detailed account of the strength and weaknesses. So Vibhishana says, Ravana is like this, Kumbhakarna is like this, Prahasta, Indrajit, Mahodar, Mahaparsh, Akampana. Rama right away says, I'm going to kill all of these Rakshasas and I'm going to install you as the king of Lanka. And Vibhishana says, I will help you destroy the Rakshasas and capture Lanka. It's complete surrender. So basically, Vibhishana is saying, I'm going to help you, my dear Lord, to kill all the people that I have grown up with, all the people whom I've known for thousands of years, all the people, my nephews whom I have put on my lap and I have helped them grow. I'm going to help you kill all of them. That is what Vibhishana is saying. But why? All of them chose to follow the path of unrighteousness. They chose to follow an unrighteous leader. They're all going against Rama. They're all supporting Adharma. They're all supporting the captivity of SitaMa. They're all saying that SitaMa should abandon Lord Rama and go with Ravana. They're all saying that. That is all wrong. And for the heinous crime that Ravana has committed against Mother Sita, for the immense sorrow that Ravana has plunged SitaMa under, for that immense sorrow that she is undergoing, for the immense sorrow that Rama is undergoing, being separated from the Sita, the immense tyranny that Ravana has caused for all the sages, all the celestials, for every single righteous being has been tormented by this Ravana. Rama, I will support you because you are dharmagnya, you are dharmavit, you are sarva bhutanam sharanyam sharanam. I am going to support you, Rama. Material bonds, all the others have material bonds, but my bond is with you. You are my eternal bond, and I'm going to be with you. So he says, Rakshasanam vade sahyam lankaya cha pradarshane karishyami yatha pranam pravekshami cha vahinim. Till the very end of my life, I'm going to support you. Rama, I am going to be with you. So the Lord can ask for services of many degrees of difficulties. This was a very difficult task. He saw all his friends, family members, kinsmen, all of them die in front of him. Vibhishana was completely tranquil. And the kinsmen opposed the Lord. They were adharmic. It is necessary to kill them. It was very simple for Vibhishana. Rama is a soul of righteousness. Anyone who opposes Rama is unrighteous. And that's it. So Rama says, Lakshmana, you bring the water from the ocean. Vibhishana will be crowned the Lord of Lanka and the Rakshasas. So in the presence of all the Vanaras, Vibhishana is crowned the king. So now there is a difference between Sugriva and Vibhishana. The thing is that Sugriva told Rama, I want my kingdom, I want my wife. I want my kingdom, I want my wife. Whereas Vibhishana never really craved for Lanka. He never said, I want Lanka. But Rama offers this to him. And then later on, Hanuman and Sugriva, this is the second question, the second service. How should we cross this ocean? Then Vibhishana says, let Rama pray to the ocean, because the ocean is so wide, because Sagara, the sons of Sagara dug him out. So the ocean is very the ocean is very indebted to the Ikshvaku dynasty, and like this, he is kind of like a Kulguru, and he is also an ancestor of Rama. So he will definitely help him. So all Rama has to do is to ask the ocean how to cross him. That's it. So Rama is very happy to listen to this advice. And with this, I think we can stop today. Okay. We'll just close it off for today. Mangalam Kushlendraya, Mahaniya Gunabdiya, Chakravarti Tanujaya, Sarva Bhaumaya Mangalam. Jai Sitaram. I'll see you all tomorrow at the same time.
Okay.
Hare
Jai
Krishna.
Sitaram.